So here we go. Going into the battle lobby now, and quick look at these armies. Oh wow. 5 skeleton spearmen, tomb guard, chariots, carrion, the whole 9 yards. Looks like they're far away, so we'll just go over it in real time. Taking a look at this Tomb King formation, we're going to have the center made up of, as I mentioned, 5 skeleton warriors and 3 tomb guard, alternating. He's going to have 2 units of skeleton chariots, 1 on either flank, supported by 4 carrion up in the air. Now we're going to have a Cimmerian War Sphinx over here on the left flank, and then over here on the right flank, we're going to be seeing another Cimmerian War Sphinx, and they will be accompanied by Settra the Imperishable on top of the Chariot of the Gods. Now, Settra is going to have the Wrath of Tra. Wait, yeah. The Wrath of Tra, Neru's Incantation of Protection, Jaff's Incantation of Cursed Blades, and the Restless Dead. And then for the Dowie over here being brought by Amber, we're going to see a front line of Miners with Blasting Charges, 3 of them. We are then going to have some Longbeards, 2 Longbeards, 2 Dwarf Warriors as well. We're going to have the Dragonback Slayers, 2 units of cannons, 2 Thunderers, as well as some Quarrelers in the center. And then we're going to have Longbeards with great weapons, 2 of those units. And then we're going to have Ulthar's Raiders, the Regiment of Renown Rangers with great weapons. We're going to see the Carrion immediately diving in on top of these cannons, trying to keep them from firing. But they're going to be easily dealt with by some Dowie units, and 1 unit of Carrion has already been dealt with. And now look at this Skeleton Chariot coming in, Rune of Wrath and Ruin being cast, and now the Thunderers are going to start firing into them, doing some very nice damage as these Longbirds turn to face them and get ready to brace for that incoming damage, or that incoming charge. Oh man, these Tomb King forces look like they're doing a really good job of getting around the flanks, but man, these lovely Master Runes of Wrath and Ruin and marked by Ulthar going down. And look at this Cimmerian War Sphinx. Look at the damage it is taking from these Raiders as it is just slowed down by the Rune of Wrath and Ruin and debuffed by marked by Ulthar. Absolutely just melting that Cimmerian War Sphinx right now. Over here on the Dowie left flank, it looks like the Cimmerian War Sphinx is doing a bit better for itself. Dished out quite a lot of damage to these Thunderers with the Chariot, but the Chariot looks like it's on its last leg. It's on critical binding, and yeah, the Carrion doing a good job of pinning a lot of these Dowie units in place, but unfortunately, it looks like they are getting killed off by the Dowie infantry over time. Meanwhile, in the frontline engagements, we're going to see that the Miners with Blasting Chargers are doing a pretty good job of holding back the majority of the Tomb King infantry forces right now. So they're really only dealing with Carrion Chariots and the single entity monsters here in the back. However, it does seem like those Carrion single entity monsters and chariots are starting to wreak havoc on the Dowie back lines. Going to see this cannon very low on health, this cannon getting low on health, but the Carrion getting dealt with there. Skeleton Chariots look like they're basically dealt with at this point. 1 Cimmerian War Sphinx very low on health, the other one approaching half health. However, Settra the Imperishable is still full health. And now we're going to see the Skeleton Warriors and some Tomb Guard actually break through the Dowie front line and start getting in here to compromise the back lines. And I have to say, once the Tomb Kings get their infantry back here into this quagmire, I think it's going to be a Tomb King victory, because that infantry will be able to clog up all of these range units, preventing them from firing anything. And then the Cimmerian War Sphinx and Settra on his chariot will just have a field day running in and out of these Dowie forces. Longbeards are charging in here, trying to hold these guys in place, add a little bit of mass. And yeah, the Dragonback Slayers also desperately trying to chase down these Tomb King forces. But going up to a higher level view here, we're going to see Ulthar's Raiders and these Thunderers very low on health start to open fire again. It looks like they're targeting the War Sphinx right now. But now the Tomb King Chariots, who are both miraculously still alive, are going to be coming down. Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down on the Cimmerian War Sphinx, going to be slowing it down significantly, but not slowing it down enough to prevent it from getting on top of these Ulthar's Raiders. And yeah, the Dowie army is just looking really tattered at this point. And now we have the Tomb King infantry coming in, exploiting the gaps, and shutting down a lot of the firepower of the dwarfs. And as we all know, the real killing power from the dwarfs is their firepower. Their infantry's just really good at holding the ground and not breaking with their high leadership, high armor. But, you know, time will tell. And there goes the third realm of souls. And now the Ushapti summon is ready. And once that Ushapti summon comes in here, I think the balance of power is going to get out of hand for the Dowie very quick. You see this Runesmith over here getting targeted by the Chimerian War Sphinx. A lot of damage on that hit, and now Cetra is coming to follow it up, running over him, just adding insult to injury. The Rune Lord's still very healthy, but yeah, I do like that the Dowie is doing a good job of kind of pulling range unit, like regrouping the range units on the sides and continuing to fire in. That is the only chance they'll have if they hope to gain victory here. These skeleton chariots are crumbling. Will they be able to close the gap on top of those thunderers before they crumble out of existence? I'm not sure. It looks like there they go. All right, thunderers are going to survive to fight another day, killing off that unit of chariots. However, these thunderers are not so lucky, as they are getting targeted by some Ushapti who are just summoned on the battlefield, and they are now slicing and dicing away, just eviscerating those poor little stunty warriors. Over here, Chimerian War Sphinx, very, very low on health. Only a meager 779 HP on it. But now it does appear that the Dowie's ranged units have been compromised. But look at this. One ranged unit here. Is it going to be able to shoot them down? It's crumbling, but oh no. Cetra and the War Sphinx diving in. Terror immediately caused. And that is the last ranged unit the Dowie have on the field. They have the Dragonback Slayers, Miners, some Longbeards with great weapons, and some Longbeards. But other than that, they are without any range power. So, looks like... Oh, I spoke too soon. Thunder is coming in here. Look like they're going to be shooting at these summoned Ushapti, maybe. Not sure. But yeah, balance of power is just starting to get out of hand here. Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down on top. Oh, or the Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down on top of the Chimerian War Sphinx. And now these Thunderers are going to start targeting it. I absolutely love that targeting. Because basically they're going to draw the Ushapti away from the infantry engagement. These guys have a... There goes their time limit. They are out of existence now. And that's going to make the balance of power just a little bit more even for the Dowie forces here. This Chimerian War Sphinx is still crumbling, 32 HP, and it's going to crumble out of existence. Oh, look, there goes one Chimerian War Sphinx. Can the Dowie pull this off? Oh my goodness gracious. Dragonback Slayers coming out. They still have 14 models, low on health, but high on model count. And they're going to be great at slowing down these units. And we'll see what the Dowie can do here. I mean, that Thunderer is routing, unfortunately. I think if they had one Thunderer online, they could have a chance at this, potentially knocking out these Tomb King forces. But without any ranged power, it's just going to be a tall order. Yeah, at this point, I think the Tomb Kings have it. I like that it just looks like a big old house cat just diving around playing with mice. And by playing with mice, I mean mercilessly torturing them before their death. And here he goes, diving into some more stunties. He's so excited. That Chimerian War Sphinx just having the time of his life now that all the Dowie range units have been compromised. And yeah, that's going to be a GG. Well played. But Amber isn't out yet, guys. She can still come back and win this here. But her dwarfs are definitely going down for the count. And we're going to see the first victory here go to the Tomb Kings, being led by Sadao. All the infantry coming in here. I almost would have liked to see one of the Runes of Wrath and Ruin saved for this stage. If they could slow down the War Kitty, then they could potentially do enough damage to it to kill it. But even if they kill off the War Sphinx, you still have Cetra on his chariot. And as you can see, guys, these guys are just having the times of their lives diving into this combat. They're not even having to leave combat for cycle charging or anything like that, because obviously that'd be a rule break since these are single entity units. But yeah, the Dowie just don't have enough killing power left to win this out. Let's go in for some lovely cinematics as the Tomb Guard. The Longbeards duke it out. Cetra and his War Sphinx continue to just wreak havoc in the infantry lines. If you can even call them lines at this point, it's more just like an infantry blob. There goes the Shatter. And it's just going to be the Dragonback Slayers left, and there's only 1 or 2 models left on them. Yeah, gotta mark this day in the book, Slayers. GG, and let's go ahead and get to the next battle. Fast forward this a little bit as they desperately try to kill off that one stubborn Slayer. Yeah, it would be nice if the Dwarf Lord can get some hits, but even the Rune Lord just doesn't pack too much of a punch in melee combat. But yeah, that was a very close game nonetheless, and going to be seeing our red player take the first victory with his Tomb King forces. So congrats to him, and let's go ahead and get back to the battle lobby. I mean, all I can say there is, you know, once the Dawi had their range units compromised, it was a GG from there, but some really awesome damage getting dealt out by the Dawi range forces before the Tomb Kings could close the gap. They were able to kill off a Chimerian Warsphinx, get another one very low on health, deal with a lot of the carrying, but really the Tomb King player there, I think, just knew what he was going for. Sadao, 222 kills on Sesh of the Imperishable. Now, there's no like units you can say, oh, he's just killing zombies or chaff. Like all this Dawi units, 222 kills on the dwarfs is absolutely insane. So really good game to Sadao there, and we will see if Amber can bring it back in this next